be careful. You don't want to break an ankle in here. Thought I'd do a little exploring. I've never been here. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that makes a big loud noise when it's high tide. I always hear it like, sounds like a bomb going off. Sound like a cannon hitting. The water crashing here, you know. So we'll keep going. Going for a little adventure. Thanks for watching. Please like my video, and if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. It really helps me out. That's where we're going, this other peak. You can see this is really shallow here, so we're going to get over to that peak and try that, and that will be our end point. Just got to walk through all these boulders. Try not to fall. Oh, the snails all over this rock. Yeah, we got some snail. Anybody want some snails? Snail sandwich? Ooh, this might have to be a jump. Whoa. I wasn't planning. Whoa! Yeah, that's not what I planned. I think I messed up here. Oh. Alright, so I've never fished this little spot. I've looked at it many and many times. Let's see what it looks like here. Our first look together. Look at it. It's a pretty good spot, actually. This doesn't look bad at all. Maybe this is my new favorite spot. Well, I like this. So, I don't know if the high tide comes in and then I can't get across there where we just came from. If high tide comes in, I could kind of get stuck over here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I think we'll be okay though, because I don't plan on fishing here that long. Little spot we found here, folks. I'm fishing the Sea of Cortez. I live off-grid, and if you like off-grid content and living off-grid, living off the ocean, living off the land, you've come to the right place. It's a dream to live this life. Fish the ocean. I've always wanted to live by the ocean, but I never thought I could afford to. Well, I got a bite, and that's the truth. I never thought I can't afford to live by the ocean. You know, that's $1 million home. That's $1 million for the dirt, just the dirt. Ooh, I had one. I haven't had a bite. That's a good sign, folks. We're getting some bites. When it gets hot here, we go into the mountains, deep in the mountains to the pine trees, and we fish those lakes, and we explore ghost towns and look at all the wildlife, the beautiful elk. What a beautiful life to be able to just live it this way. What is that? Somewhere there's no trash here. That's you know, it's a shame, but everywhere over there on the other rocks behind you here where I caught so many of my fish, this is a distant more to go and a lot less trash. In fact, I only seen like 1 or 2 little items, and it's just pristine. I like fishing where everybody's not at. It does seem like you catch a little more fish, you know. If there's 20 people fishing off all these rocks here, you know, that guy down there catches a big giant bass. Who's to say that bass didn't come up here and you catch him? So, you know, I love to fish with people, but if I have my preference, I'd rather be in in an area where there's not a lot of people fishing. A lot of sea urchins here. A lot of sea urchins. The hat wet. Do the hat wet. Wow. Instant cool down. I'm telling you. Somebody just turned the AC on over here. Whew! I'm 50 years old. 56 years old, folks. And I've been living this kind of semi-retired life, is what I'd call it. Where I just fish. I don't work as much. And I haven't worked for any other person besides myself. You know, I've kind of been an independent contractor for a little while, so I was selling real estate and went and got my real estate license in 2007 when everybody else was getting out of it. The crash was coming. Well, the crash was here, actually. The housing market crash. And then our tax dollars bailed out the banking institution. You guys remember that? Some of you, I'm sure, do. Probably most of you. I think my audience is an older audience. Yeah. Those same banking institutions that we bailed out are fighting the federal government to not pass legislation on stablecoins for yield, because they want to continue you depositing your $1 in your account and them lending out, called fractional banking, I guess. I'm not certain. I'll have to post a name up there, but so essentially they can loan your money out 100 times. So that's why they went bankrupt, because, you know, they don't have that amount of cash on hand. They don't have it. You know, they lend it out all this and then they can go bust. And then the federal government bails them out. And then they get all these bonuses, meaning the banking boards and so forth. Last year they made record profits. I think they should have to pay all that money back that we bailed them out, and that we should get a check in the mail. You know, a loan at that with interest. Yeah, right. And so now they're arguing and fighting with the Congress. You know, they got their lobbyists in Congress, and they're fighting to keep all of our money, essentially. They don't want you to be able to have a choice of putting your dollars into an account that's tied to a stable coin. It's crypto, but it's tied to a stable coin. Well, Sean, what's the big deal about that, and why should I even care? Well, let me explain something to you, folks. Yes, there is a lot of crypto, pretty much all crypto, can be volatile. You buy Bitcoin, and let's say you bought it at the peak 6 months ago or so, and you paid $130,000. You've got to be pissed off as all heck right now, sitting at like $70,000. And it's probably going to go down into the $50,000 range before it really is finished dumping, and then the game begins and the bull market returns and it goes up for a new all-time high. That's my prediction of what will happen. When it happens, oh man, guys, I had actually a good bite. Maybe they're gonna come now. I had a decent bite. So why this should matter at all is, so a stable coin is not like crypto in the fashion that it's tied to Bitcoin or any other altcoin. All other crypto besides Bitcoin is called either an altcoin or a meme coin. And all crypto is risky. But a stable coin, which is crypto too, it's blockchain, is tied to the dollar, the Federal Reserve. So basically the debt. It's tied to treasuries, folks. But a stable coin company now with the Genius Act, ooh, little bite. Genius Act, it's required for them to be virtually 100% tied to treasuries. So it's literally backed from $1 to $1. No fractional lending here, guys. That dollar is not lent out 100 times. And this is not financial advice. I am not a financial analyst. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a financial professional. I'm not any of that. I'm just a guy fishing, okay? So I've done pretty good in investing. And I've invested in some crypto. Flare. Some of you know that. And I've got some XRP also. But I got the XRP from the yield from Flare. So I bought Flare one time and I get money every day. Every day it prints money. Makes new crypto. It's freaking awesome. It's called DeFi. Decentralized Financial Institution. The banks are petrified of this. They're fighting the Congress to just, they're scared of this. They can't take your money, lend it out 100 times, and then turn around and lend it back to you at, 10, 20, 15, 20%, whatever the percent is, whether it's a credit card, whatever it is, folks. They make a lot of money, and we bailed them out. That's our tax dollars. We bailed them out, and now they're fighting in Congress against the Clarity Act, and their complaint is they do not want you to be able to put your money in a stable coin and get like 6 to 10% interest, folks, where it's tied to the treasury. And that's why they're really trying to pass this, Congress, because, folks, if you haven't noticed, we're in debt really bad, meaning the government, all of us. Our children is going to bear the brunt of all this. Our interest is $1 trillion. That's what we're paying on interest of the debt, not the principal. We're paying more on just the interest of our debt than we are for national security. Man, think of that. So they need to inflate these prices. Giant, enormous debt is smaller. So basically, if a gallon of milk is $10, that enormous debt of trillions and trillions of dollars is a more manageable number. So that's why we have inflation, folks. It really is. That's it. That's why we have it. That's the name of the game. But what I wanted to get back at is the fact that we should be able to make yield off of basically our savings account, 7 to 8, 10%. That's what some of these yields are for stable coins. Yeah, that's what they're afraid of. They don't want you to be able to do that. And the reason is they're fighting and saying, no, we think you should have a banking license for that, to be able to do that. So why? So nobody can do it but them. In other words, they can get all your money still, and you get this much. And so think of this. these are the things you can do with crypto and DeFi. That's why the banks hate it, don't want it, gonna fight till the bitter end. What it's signaling is this technology is moving forward, folks. Oop. Oh. Well, I'm soaking wet. It's all right. And they're not going to be able to stop it. They either get on board or they miss the ship. That's just the way it goes. So that's the way it goes for them. And that's a fact. And the reason why it has to be that way is you cannot stop technology, innovation. And this is exactly what this is. These are extremely high integrated technology. There's a lot of scamming. There's a lot of stuff that's bad in crypto. That's why we need regulation. We need that. We need the acceptance, and then mainstream will come in more and more. And I'm at the bottom floor doing crypto, yields, and DeFi, and stacking free money for just, I'm serious. I have gotten in about 8-9 months around in there, 1/4 more crypto for free than when I bought. So I bought a chunk, put it in DeFi, and I got 1/4 more, folks. Think of that. Yeah, it's went way down. It's a bear market. That's what we're in right now. You got to understand what you're investing in. I do. I've researched it. I understand. It's a long game. And I'm not planning on ever selling these assets. I'm planning on living off of the yield. It's a whole different game with DeFi. So that's my plan, folks. And so I'm getting $700-800 a month off of residual income, off of my investment of Flare and XRP. I'm really excited about it because when it goes back up, because it will, let's say it just goes back to where it was when I first bought it. It will. I know it will. How long will it take? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to sell it. Have I lost money in crypto? You know, you could say that, but this is how I look at it. I have a rental, folks. I literally have a rental. That's how I can come and fish and live like this, is I created residual income with real estate. So I have this rental paid for. I paid X amount of money, and I get X amount of return on it every freaking month. That check's coming in, folks. Every month, that check is coming in. And so I get to go fishing. I get to do all these cool things because I don't have to go and punch a time card. I work for myself. I created my own income stream. I'm not tied to the man. The rate of return on what I've invested in is actually better than the rental. I'm not telling you go put all your money in crypto. That's insane. But you know, it's good to have a diversified portfolio. These are companies, these are technology companies, and you need to be aware of what you're investing in. And the one I've researched deeply on and I went for is Flare. And Flare creates DeFi for non-smart contract crypto, like Bitcoin, and right now, XRP. Right now, XRP. They just released it, and it's doing extremely well, folks. And XRP, if it captures just a small market of XRP, Flare will do a leap in price. And I think in this bear market that we're in is a time to accumulate, as the crypto folks call it. And that's what I've been doing for free. I like that. That's what you do with DeFi. I put my money in one time, guys. I'm done. I'm not putting any more money in. I threw my hook out there. I'm fishing. I'm fishing with crypto, buddy. And I'm winning. I'm collecting. Ooh, I got one. Ooh, I got a good one too. Awesome. Ooh, do not. Holy shit. This is a really big fish. Holy shit. I do not want to lose this. Oh my goodness. This is a, oh, he got off. Oh my God, he got off. That was the biggest fish I've ever caught, ever. That's the biggest fish I ever had, ever. Oh, 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 oh my goodness. Oh my God. That sucks. Oh my goodness, that was humongous, folks. I've never had a fish ever like that. Oh my goodness. I'm heartbroken. I didn't even get to see it. I don't know what it was, but it was enormous. It was freaking enormous. Look at my drag. It's tight. It's not a real... Oh, man. Oh, that's absolutely heartbreaking. I'm telling you guys, I had a big fish. That's the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life. I'm certain of that, and I lost it. That was an enormous fish. I do not know what it was. And I started trying to walk up here because he was going up the coast here. And he didn't break off. He got off the hook. This hook's not very big. I've been saying I wish I had a big hook. And he spit the hook on me. That's by far the biggest fish I've ever caught, ever. I've never, ever caught a fish like that, ever. I was right about this place. But haven't gotten many bites, but boy, did we have the biggest fish I've ever had by far. That was exciting. I really, really wish that he would have brought him in. I'm glad that it was on film for most part. You didn't get to see when he came off the hook over there because I was fighting him. I was worried to lose him. He was just taking the drag, going wherever he wanted to go, he was going. Ooh. I hurt my shoulder, the other shoulder, this one now. I got a bad shoulder here now. The other one got hurt when I fell just now. Oh man, guys. Thank you, Lord, for my awesome opportunity. I sure would love to catch another one. So let's just keep trying, folks. Let's just keep trying. That was enormous. Whatever it was definitely the biggest fish I've ever had, ever. That was so cool, folks. I was getting ready to wrap it up. I don't even know where we was talking. But oh my goodness, that was wonderful. I'm just so blessed, folks, to be able to live this life. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't spend very much money to be able to do this. I live off grid. I live by the ocean, and oh my goodness, there might be a squeak. There might be a squeak. And that happens. It's really hard for you to just want to quit. My wife is over there fishing, or she's went back into the truck. She's got the key. You know, I think I have the key. I do have the key. But I won't be able to stay much longer. Man, that really did hurt my shoulder. Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, my back was bothering me too. I didn't realize that. I think it's over, folks. I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. Yeah, my back's bothering me. I took a good fall. Look at all these. Doesn't it look like something that you find some Native American dwellings in? You know they lived here. Something else I love to do is just wonder what it was like in the past for ancient man. Was it simpler? Probably not. I'm sure it wasn't. Was it cool? Heck yeah, it was. Oh my goodness. That was something else. So we gotta start hiking back. Look how beautiful this place is. This wonderful place, wonderful life, and living it with a wonderful wife. That's what I did. I fell. I'm not worried about that. I'm honestly more worried about my back. And high tide now. High tide's coming in. I don't want to have to swim to get around these rocks. Everything looks good though. Nothing to worry about, folks. Well, what a day. Well, we caught 2 little tiny fish today. We'd be keeping him if we were starving, but we're not. And he's going back, folks. Yeah. And lost the fish of fishes. This thing was enormous. Whatever it was certainly the biggest fish I've ever caught. And I just love this. I love the freedom of exploring. I think that's part of what's so awesome about living here. You know, living off grid, fishing off grid. Just the life, you know, the lifestyle is just tremendous. To be able to come and do this and experience it and bring you with me. So I had a wonderful time here, and I will guarantee you I'll be back here. I'll be coming back to this spot. I walked through all that. There's no way to get through that now. That's high tide. That was just all open land inside there. I was right over here at that point, and I was standing over here, and it's underwater. Well, folks, thanks for watching my video. Sorry I didn't get to show you that fish. I really wanted to, and let's hope this year is a good year and things get better for everybody. Everybody in the world, that somehow we figure this thing out that we call life. That life gets better for everybody out there. And you know, just live one day at a time. Try to do the next right thing in front of you. And work hard and be smart. Be smart with how you invest and live your life. That's what I'm gonna try and do. And be safe out there. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next one.